Modern football defenses are facing an epidemic. Spread offenses are scoring at record rates, and traditional defensive schemes are crumbling faster than a sandcastle at high tide.
That's fascinating, and it really highlights why this green buzz coverage system we're looking at today is so revolutionary. It's like someone finally created an antidote to all this offensive chaos. You know what's really interesting about this? While most defensive schemes these days look like they were drawn up by quantum physicists, green buzz takes the opposite approach. It's brilliantly simple.
Hmm, tell me more about how it actually works in practice. What makes it different from traditional zone coverage?
Well, picture this. You've got three deep defenders, like having three security guards watching over different sections of a mall. But here's the clever part. You've also got this safety who buzzes down to the weak side, creating this perfect balance of deep and underneath coverage.
Oh, so it's like having a floating security guard who can quickly respond to any suspicious activity in their area.
Exactly. And what's really fascinating is how they've broken down each defender's responsibility. The strong side corner, for instance, sits 12 to 15 yards deep and has one clear job: protect that deep third like their life depends on it. The way they handle the timing of that safety rotation is pretty incredible, too, isn't it? That buzz buzz call has become like their defensive battle cry. You know what's really mind blowing? This coverage is particularly effective in the red zone, where the compressed field actually works to its advantage. It's like the defensive equivalent of a python. The tighter the space, the more effective it becomes.
That's such an interesting comparison, and I imagine it must be especially effective against those RPO plays that are taking over modern football.
Oh man, don't even get me started on RPOs. But you're right, Green Buzz handles them beautifully because each defender has such clear run pass responsibilities. It's like having a built in answer key for every offensive question.
Well, what about the teaching aspect? I mean, defensive schemes are only as good as your player's ability to execute them.
That's where this system really shines. They emphasize this concept of zone eyes, not man eyes, teaching defenders to see their entire zone instead of fixating on one receiver. It's like teaching someone to see the whole forest instead of just one tree.
The way they install it seems really methodical too, starting with those walk-through reps and cone drills.
Exactly right. And here's what's really clever about their installation process. They practice against specific route combinations that are designed to stress the coverage. It's like stress testing a new product before it goes to market.
That level of preparation must really help when facing those complex offensive formations we see nowadays.
You know what else makes this coverage special? Its adaptability. While it's designed for those 3-by-1 trips formations, it can handle all sorts of offensive wrinkles, motions, shifts, different alignments. It's like having a Swiss Army knife in your defensive toolbox.
The emphasis on communication seems really crucial too, especially with that buzzing safety coordinating with the weak linebacker.
Absolutely crucial. And here's something that often gets overlooked: the depth control aspect. Those three deep defenders have to maintain perfect spacing, like synchronized swimmers staying in formation.
That's such a vivid way to put it. So what do you think makes this coverage particularly effective at the high school and youth levels?
Well, think about it this way. When you're teaching young defenders, you need something that's both simple enough to understand but sophisticated enough to work. Green Buzz threads that needle perfectly. It's like giving them a defensive playbook written in plain English instead of advanced calculus.
That really makes sense, especially considering how many youth teams struggle with complex defensive schemes.
And here's the bottom line. In an era where offensive coordinators are trying to reinvent the wheel every week, sometimes the best solution is the simplest one. Green Buzz isn't trying to be revolutionary, it's just trying to be reliable.
Well, that might be exactly what defensive coordinators need right now. Something they can count on when everything else seems to be changing so fast.
You know what? I think we've just explained why some defensive coordinators might finally get a good night's sleep. Sometimes the best defense isn't the most complex, it's the one your players can actually execute when the pressure's on.